Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the 49ers going up against the Eagles. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's the opener of the 2017 NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Bortles now on first down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Here's Bortles to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Bortles was accident-prone last year, led the league with 18 picks and an early pick here.
And you know he spent a lot of time in the offseason working on this, thinking about it. It's not that he's not going to throw any. They just hope that that number gets cut down significantly.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Their big-bodied receiver, 78 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They're going to look, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This one taken from the 7. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Right side caught by Jackson. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
Now Bortles. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
Halfback sent in motion.
Green, 39. I got this.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Bortles going to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Bortles will keep it. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Well, they gave it a shot, quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory. We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs. In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. To throw is Bortles. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go with McCoy. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeSean McCoy taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And he'll bang that one through. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And here's a look at the starting offense. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
He's going to air one out, and that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go up top again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now come the Eagles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down.
Here we go!
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And the back goes into motion. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Watch the run, watch the run. Here we go. Z.
Rush in.
Black 58 round.
Kill.
Black 58 round. Ace.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw, it's Bortles toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Ace! Kill. Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Looking for the out route, it's complete to Maclin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And it's 3rd and 5.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he's got his man. That's Maclin. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
They go play action here on 1st down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On the ground with a tight end. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And it's 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Let's get off the field.
Here we go now.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From midfield, here's Bortles. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 1st down, Bortles. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll set up a throw. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
So here we go, first and 10 now. They come out here in the I. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Check 13! Ohio! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Ohio! Check Ohio! Check out route! Ohio! Ohio! That's a what? Ow! Check 37!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Shotgun now for Bortles. Steps away, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Bortles, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Let's go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And some space here. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They're going to look to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front is really well done.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone,
and across the goal line into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Carlos Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Watch right, watch right, watch right. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eli Harold in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're just...
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And this is caught at the 8. He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So give him 3 there. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Shift together here from the D-line.
Green 90. Green 90. Let's go. Let's go. Get it.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be first down, Eagles. And quickly they get to the line.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Bortles now on first down. And Brake has it over the middle. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. One receiver left, two to the right. Halfback sent in motion. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Throwing is Bortles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles make some inroads here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember...
He's got a man complete. That one goes for 34 yards. And the 49ers are going to get a first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Stop right there. Come on, let's go. 190. Flex round.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Single. 45. Let's go. Brand 38.
And he motions the wide receiver. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Justin Houston in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 26 yards on the play there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he'll get nothing out of that one. He only needed a few inches. He didn't even get that. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Bortles bringing it in. Jackson left side. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Bortles to throw. Looking for the out route. It's complete to Maclin. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw is Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace. Sponge.
Now Bortles. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw, Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
To throw is Bortles. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles got to have this one. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Bortles now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here. But they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Here we go. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Oh, and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Partner, why were they even putting the ball in the air in that situation?
I know they have confidence a lot of the time in their team, and, hey, we can call anything. But in this spot, with that lead and that amount of time on the clock, not much, you've got to take care of it. I would have figured they'd run.